Hello, hello. Today I'll be going over the Archer build order. This is one of those older standard Archer build order, but it's still a very good, very effective build order. If you can learn this, it will give you amazing result. This is especially true if you are around 1K or 1100 elo and having a hard time gaining elo. This build order will definitely for you. If your elo is higher, you probably could learn something from it. If you notice that I am not doing something correct, feel free to let me know. So yeah, let's get to it. So first we want to start out with building two houses. What I like to do is I like to use my scout and scout the front of my base first. I like to go far away. And in this case, what I like to do is I like to push in deer early. I'll let you decide when to push in deer. It's just my habit that I like to push them in early. Because I believe pushing in deer is also scouting, especially if you can push the deer toward the dark area of the map. I also like to take the board early because when you are around 1100 elo or higher, people like to lame, right? And I mean, losing one board is not the end of the world, but we don't want the enemy just to walk up and just take the board. We don't want that. So take the board early is kind of important. So if you have a lot of food under your TC, it's definitely worth it to put more vil on food. Usually I only put 6 on food, but because in this case I have quite a lot of food under my TC, I don't want them to rot all away. So put more vil on food is definitely appropriate. You can put anywhere between 6 to 8 on food, and that should be fine with this build order. So then next we want 4 on wood. We want to build a lumber camp, especially at the wood line behind your base. That way if you are under attack, they will have to walk further to attack you and give you more time to respond. I also like to build a house with one of my wood villager at a strategic location, and the house could also act as a wall. And of course when your elephant or board is about to run out, definitely go get a new one. Usually if they are about less than 100 food, it's appropriate to go get a new one. And continue scout with your scout and scout with your sheep, trying to find all your sheep as soon as you can. If we are afraid that people are gonna lame us, it's important to bring back all of the sheep before the 2 minute mark, because usually people will start going to your base around a minute and 30 seconds. This is my bad here. I should brought the sheep in a little bit earlier. So definitely recommend to bring in the sheep as early as you can and put it underneath the TC. At around the 15th or 16th vil, have the vil go build a lumber camp, I mean a mill. And we want around 12 on food underneath the TC. And we're gonna split it between the two sheep, so 6 on each sheep. This way we get the food really fast, so we can click up fast. The last 2 vil will go to a straggler tree. A tree that near your TC. It will go to a straggler tree. This way we will have enough wood to build our barrack and a mining camp. Meanwhile, go scout your enemy. It's important to scout the enemy. That way we know where they are and we know where to hit them. For an archer build, it's pretty important to scout. Scouting is like one of the more important thing, because if you don't know where they are, you cannot hit them as early as a scout build. because scout are much faster. You don't have to scout as early. But for an archer build, I highly recommend you to try to scout as early as you can. So if you want to take sheep, I mean take deer, push in deer. I don't recommend to push in all three deers because we do want to know where the enemy is. Uh, this sheep is a little bit from me here, kind of bad because I should have this underneath the TC. So never have your sheep that far away. At around 50 to 60% to feudal, you want to start building a barrack, and we want around 3 vil. We want 3 vil. Start collecting gold, and the next vil that come out of the TC will also go to gold. We need 4 vil on gold. Normally we need 3 vil for continuous archer production, but because we need fletching, so we need that extra gold, so we will have 1 more on gold. The moment you click up to feudal, immediately build an archery range and get your wood chopping upgrade. Get double bit X, and here we get the 4th vil to the gold, and continue to collect from sheep. Have all your new vil go to berry. I mean, at this point, just try to balance your economy, whichever resource that you need. In this case, wood is kind of low. Food is kind of low, so we want more on food. So the moment you have your archery range, we want to start building archer right away. We don't want to wait for fletching. Yes, we do need fletching, but we don't want to wait for it. We want to get army out as soon as possible. Fletching without archers is nothing, doesn't do anything. So we want archer. We want to prioritize military. If you are losing, that is because you are not making military early enough. Start putting down farm. So a general rule, you will need at least 6 on farm for your TC to have continuous vil production. In this case, we have 9 vil on food. We will have continuous vil production, and keep making vil. Every 60 wood, drop a farm, and we want to warp slowly, not warp quickly. We want to warp slowly with our vil. We want to use house as a wall because it's much more efficient that way. Any excess wood, we will get. We can build a house, or we can start walling up. And of course, get fletching as soon as you can afford it. In this case, I got fletching at around 4 vil. You can start walking toward the enemy while fletching is coming in. And then, usually if you are against a scout player, they're probably gonna start coming to your base with scout. So a spearman would be very good here. All you have to do is put a spearman on one of your key resources. For example, gold would be a key resources. Your berry is less of a key resources, but yes, we could definitely should have the spearman protect your resources. Here I have a spearman walk out, and they just walk right across the house. That's how I know there's a hole. So try to look for those, and continue to warp slowly. Here we have a spearman together with an archer. That way we can fight the scout. Archers with fletching is a very good defense against scout. So here we also have another pikeman protecting the gold. So keep dropping farm until you have around 16 farm. Okay, for archers, 16 to 18 farms is good enough. So here we have 11 farm, but we do have 17 on wood. 17 on food. So continue to wall up, and build houses. A lot of time we will forget to build houses. It's pretty important we keep our house and keep making houses. Alright, so let's say we are fighting at the enemy's base. Let's say we are fighting. If we are losing, we can back up to our base. If we are winning, we can continue to push. The goal here is cause as much destruction as you can. Kill a few scout if you could. Kill a few vil if you could. If you can kill one vil, good. If you can kill two vil, great. And if you kill about 1 to 2 vil and there's nothing going on at home, you are not being attacked at home, and your base is all walled up, it's probably a good time to boom up, go to castle. The goal here is click up to castle at around now, right? Around 17 something, and get to castle age around 20 minutes. Okay, this is one of your key time that you should try to accomplish, is castle age by 20 minutes or around 20 minutes. One key important here is once you click up to castle, we don't want to make any more farm. We will stop making farm. In the matter of fact, we actually want to cancel the auto reseed. We want the farm to expire. Why do we want that? The reason for that is because we need that extra wood to build TC or extra barrack, extra market. We use that to build defensive building, siege workshop. And when you check your farm, if your farm, when you check your lumber camp, if it's more than 2 tile away from the wood line, it's probably not good. We want to build a new one. As you can see here, they are far away from the wood line, so I built a new lumber camp. And of course, keep making archer. We need around 30 archers to one shot a night. I believe 30 archer will one shot a night. So here we can see that I'll let the the farm expire, so I can go to I can make other stuff. So here, as you can see, so let's pause this for a second. So what do we want to do here? We got the castle. What do we want to do? Well, ask yourself, are you winning? Are you losing? Or is there somewhere in between? Okay, so if you are winning, play defensive might be a great choice. If you are losing, if you are under attack, you might want to go for a counter attack. If you know you kill off their army, then go forward and kill again. If you are losing, I recommend go aggressive, because if you stay at home, they will outboom you. But if you are winning, assuming you are outboom the enemy, then you should continue to boom. If you continue to boom, add another TC would be appropriate. So in this case, I add another TC. Try to get a TC next to gold and wood at the same time. That would be the best scenario here. And of course, get your bow and arrows and crossbow upgrade. Get one thing I forgot to mention is get your gold mining upgrade when you're on the way up, and get your archer's armor when you're on the way up to castle. As right now, some of the farms still continue to expire. This is when we want to start to reseed our farm. What we want to do now is we want to put down a university as soon as we can afford it. And another important point here is don't get house. So for every big building, build a house. That is my general rule of thumb. Every time I build a big building, I will add a house to it. And for for a double archery range double range production, we need about 8 on gold. No, actually, we need about 6 on gold. I have a little bit more on gold here. That is because I want to prepare for other stuff, like we can make a monk, we can make a siege workshop and pump out mangonel or ram. All those require a little bit of gold. So do continue to make archers. Definitely get a wheelbarrow. This is a very important tech. Highly recommended. Don't forget, we want to get that at around 40ish vil. So when you have about 40 vil, that is a good time to get wheelbarrow and continue to make archers. So that is pretty much the end of the build order here. So let's go over a few things real fast. So let's say you are on a winning situation and you know you're gonna have night coming at you. What should you make? Should you make pike or should you make monk? Well, the answer is depend on your economy. If you need to buy time, monk will be the way to go. If you have a strong economy, pike will probably a better option. Because monk, what you need to do with monk is buy you time. That way you can make more pike, or you can make pike. If you have enough pike, you can go forward. You have some pike defense at home, and if the knight comes in to your base, you can defend your base with it. You could go aggressive, not building a TC, and build a siege workshop instead. What I like to do is I prioritize university over siege workshop because for multiple purpose, a university will I can get ballistic, and ballistic could act as both defense and offense. It's a little bit easier for me to defense with archer with ballistic than a mangonel. However, you go if you are winning, a mangonel is great. A ram is great if you are winning hard. A ram will be great if you are winning and you are pushing to the enemy's base. This is especially true if you are in castle and they are still in feudal. Make a ram. Alright, that is pretty much the end of the build. Let me know how it goes. Any feedback is appreciated.